Hello everyone, it's Zach again, and we are giving the GMAX Copperajah team a final send-off with some ranked double battles. So I figured I'd do one more match with the team just to see how it would go. I definitely feel a lot more confident now that I've done 45 matches. But before we jump into that, let's go check our IC rating. What I want to know is, how did you do in the IC if you participated? Let me know down in the comments below. And while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe. So we are connected to the internet. We're going to go to online competitions, and it should tell us the one we are in has ended. Our battle team is unlocked. And we can go to previous competitions. So we landed at number 6,763rd place with a final rating of 1553. I'm going to take a screenshot of that so I can post it later. Not bad overall. I definitely feel like I could have done better. There was definitely a lot of things that were out of my control, a lot of stall, and not really good rating opponents. Like, even though some of the 1450s were beating me, I was in a place at the very beginning where at one point I was at like 1583 and I was facing someone in the low 14s. But we're going to jump on to ranked battles and we're going to take this team out for one more run. Now, I haven't done Master Ball rank in a while, so I want to see how much my rating drops. Whew. Let's see if we can get that up a little. So this was the second version of the Copperajah team that we took into the IC, which uses Copperajah to get Trick Room up. And I feel a lot more comfortable with it now, like I said earlier. But we are having our first opponent, which is Sender, at a 27.6, I think that was. And we see Gudra, Primarina, Ninetales, Corviknight. So Corviknight was a big problem in the IC, especially if it's a stall Corviknight, which on the looks of a team like this, it probably is. So I think what I want to do is do I want the Milotic here? Because Primarinas are now usually Assault Vest, very bulky with Energy Ball, and Ninetales could have Freeze Dry. I think we need the Mystical Fire in the back. That's definitely one of my win conditions when I see a Corviknight or a bulky steel on the team, is to keep the Hatterene in the back. But that also demands that I keep a hold of Trick Room. It also decides that I don't lose the Hatterene before the Corviknight come out. So it's a tough matchup to play if you keep your Corviknight in the back. And let's see what they decide to lead. So we see Corviknight and Ninetales, so that's pretty good. They are setting up for bulk. So the question is, I have Pat Berry and Focus Sash. So my question is, do you have anything that's going to hit me turn one? So I don't really think the Dusclops is too threatened. So here I want to yawn into the Corviknight to try to shut it down from bulking up. And go ahead and Trick Room. So we will get a yawn off. And Corviknight's going to Iron Head. And Togekiss takes that. Not enough to prop the berry though. So we take some Hail Chip. So I think now we just want to break that sash and Nightshade into the Corviknight. We might see a switch on the Corviknight. There we go. So this is good. If we can keep the Corviknight in the back, we can save Had a Reading for it. And we're going to see their Dusclops. And they're going to frisk our items. And we're going to get a Nightshade off on the Dusclops. Ninetales avoid it. We'll see a Blizzard come out. And Dusclops gets frozen. So I think here we just bring in Copperajah. We have to keep that Hatterini in the back, even though that it would be just as good in Trick Room right now. And I think we just Steel Surge, because the only thing that's going to come in and take that well is going to be Corviknight. So I want to say we see Conkeldurr in the back. Which is strange because like Ninetales is good, but you really don't have that much offense presence. So we're just going to Gigantamax here and get a Steel Surge onto the Ninetales. It is Focus Sash, so it's going to live. And then we'll probably see just a Blizzard from it. Dusclops thawed out, thankfully. I'm worried about seeing a Pain Split come out from the opposing Dusclops. We're just going to see a Blizzard. And another Freeze. And you're going to reverse Trick Room. I'm just going to go into the Ninetales because I'm worried about Dusclops switching back out. And let's get Trick Room back. Let's try to get Trick Room back up. And we're going to keep seeing the Blizzard spam. And we're able to max Quake. We should have went into the Dusclops because it is very low and we have to worry about it Pain Splitting. But I was really concerned with it switching out into Corviknight and wasting a G-Max move. And there's that Pain Split. It's going to get a lot back from that, and my Dusclops is still frozen. So who comes out now? That's the real question. Conkeldurr, so okay. So we have to hope for a thaw and then hit this Play Rough. I don't even think the Conkeldurr will take a Play Rough, so we're going to see Corviknight come back up, and they're going to start setting the bulk for the end game. There's the Dynamax. And we'll probably just see a Max Knuckle go out into Copperajah. The best thing we could do is thaw out now and get an ally switch. And Dusclops is still frozen. And you're going to Max Knuckle. We do survive it though. And that does nothing to the Conkeldurr. Aurora Veil's still up though, so we do have to factor that in. The hail stopped. And your Aurora Veil wears off. So I think here we just have to try to get Trick Room up again to keep Hatterini safe. We got really lucky the first with a first turn thaw out the first time we were frozen, but then we just got frozen directly afterwards, which just stunk. Body press. Okay, so you were doubling into both spots in case of the ally switch. Safe play. And our Copperajah is going to go down, unfortunately. Dusclops is still frozen. So we're going to Dazzling Gleam here to get a super effective hit on the Conkeldurr, especially with terrain being up. And we just have to hope we survive a double up. There's the Iron Head and the Babiri Berry. Ooh, we're not surviving. And a Max Lightning. Okay. And Dusclops remains frozen. Here's definitely just leave it. Let's try one more. And you're going to Brave Bird. And take out the Dusclops. Okay. Good game on my opponent. The two freezes in a row on Dusclops was very critical. That matchup would have been very different if they wouldn't have gotten two freezes on my Dusclops. But that's Pokemon for you. We're going to continue battling and see who we get next. Yeah, that's a tough matchup. So our next opponent has been found. It is a what looks like Japanese player. So this is a tough one. The Charizard definitely brings up a problem for my team, especially with the Gastrodon here. I think we're going to go Hatterini instead of Dusclops. And bring the Milotic. That Gastrodon's going to be a problem. Let's see what my opponent leads. So we see Excadrill and Rotom Wash. So we have to follow me, and we are going to Trick Room. I wouldn't be surprised if I see a Nasty Plot come out on this Rotom. This Rotom really isn't being threatened too much by anything on the field right now. But we are going to see the Rotom Dynamax, which is good because it threatens my Copperajah the least. We're just going to follow me, and we'll probably see a Max Lightning come out from the Rotom. Rock Slide, okay. So my opponent here could get a Rock Slide flinch. And Togekiss is able to survive both the attacks. And we see that it's Life Orb. We get Trick Room up. Now the thing is, do I double into Extra Drill, thinking that it might be sashed? I'm just going to yawn into the Rotom spot. And we'll Max Flare. Well, not Max Flare. We will Mystical Fire the Extra Drill. I thought about Dynamaxing, but I definitely want to see what my opponent has in the back before I commit to a Dynamax, especially a turn 2 Dynamax. Because, you know, we could hold that in the back for the Milotic and go against the Charizard. Extra Drill is going to protect. And we're going to see a Max Lightning come out. Okay, so Togekiss is faster than the Rotom, so this is a bulkier Rotom set. Bulky Life Orb Rotom. You did commit the Dynamax already, so... And my opponent can't double protect. Well, they can, but it's not guaranteed. So I want to Max Overgrowth into the Rotom, and I want to Mystical Fire the Extra Drill slot. I am still worried that there's a Charizard in the back. Oh boy, a special attack drop on an Extra Drill. That's so important. We're going to see the Max Overgrowth come out into the Rotom Wash, and I want to see how much damage this does. A decent amount. And it was a crit. So we're going to see a Max Phantasm, probably in the Hatterene spot. Yep. Earthquake. Okay, so you're not Mold Breaker then. Thankfully, though, the grassy terrain is able to soak up some of that damage. Let's go for a Muddy Water and a Grassy Terrain. Max Overgrowth. We will see the Extra Drill protect. And that at least gets rid of one of the bigger threats to Milotic. And it probably would have been best just a coil there. Let's see what you have in the back. Okay, so we do see the T-Tar. I think I just want to max Quake into the Exadrill and Coil. So we're going to see the Tyranitar protect. They're definitely trying to stall at the Trick Room. And we're just able to take out the Exadrill and get a free Coil off. This Coil is going to help against the Tyranitar unless it's a special one, which is becoming more common, but it's usually a physical one. Gigantamax will be over for Copperajah. So now we'll have to see what my opponent's last Pokemon in the back is. And Trick Room's over as well. It is a Togekiss, and this could be okay. So I just want to Coil again and try to get an attack off into the Togekiss. We're going to see Heat Wave and Copperajah avoid, so that is best case scenario. Copperajah would have lived that, but I want to say we see a fighting power, a fighting type move, whether it's a close combat from Tyranitar. Earthquake. So Copperajah takes that really well, and we're able to one-shot the Togekiss. Now, my opponent, like, especially if I don't one-shot it and activate a weakness policy, but if I'm going to activate a weakness policy, I might as well do it. So we're going to Muddy Water. That does about 30%, and we do see the weakness policy activate it. And a superpower, which I thought I would have seen turn 1. But now you have an attack and a defense drop. Against my +2 defense Milotic, so this could still be difficult, but the match is still looking better for me. Especially because you're superpowered, so you're only +1. I wonder if Copperajah would have lived that if we didn't activate the weakness policy. We're able to take about another 30%. And Assurance doesn't do much, even after the weakness policy is activated. Muddy Water one more time. Muddy Water was really unreliable during the IC. I had a lot of misses, uh, and the battle's going to be canceled. So I've been posting a lot of longer videos with the IC content going out. So I think I'm going to leave this one at 2 matches. Let's check my opponent's team. So the Excadrill was sashed. Life Dew. That's not something you see ran often on Togekiss. We have a Charizard with Flare Blitz, Air Slash, just offensive. Focus Band. Okay. Rotom. Yeah, definitely the bulkier Rotom that I thought it was going to be. Earthquake Protect Assurance, so protecting 3 attacks, weakness policy, Tyranitar. And Gastrodon with no EVs. Well, I can't say I'm surprised that I won that one. Looking at that team, wasn't all there. But let's go take a look back at our results. And I want to know how you guys did in the May IC. Let me know down in the comments below. If you did better than me, I'm proud of you. If you did worse than me, I'm proud of you. Looking at my matches and my standing, you probably did better than me. But anyways, let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about this Copperajah team? What can I do to make it better? I definitely am going to talk about that in a team report that I started working on. That should be up this weekend. Also, would you rather see me use older teams or wait until I have a team ready? Because I put a lot of effort into this team and I don't have another team ready to use for videos. Or do you want me to use your team? If you want me to use your team, share the rental code down in the comments below. That would be a good idea. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.